we're going to look at how to say we can do things in this video tutorial. And we're going to start with the example of卓球.卓球, that's ping pong. Okay, to say that we can do ping pong, we simply start with the thing that we can do. It's our topic, but it has a special grammatical rule, and that is that we must use the particle ga, the stronger topic particle, when we're doing this kind of sentence. So, 卓球が, that tells us now this is the thing that we're able to do. And to finish it off, it's terribly easy. We simply put in the verb, which means can do. And we get 卓球ができます. I can do ping pong. Now, to be really Japanese though, you must never really boast about what you can do. So if you can do something, they rather like to play it down by saying, I can do a little ping pong. And it really doesn't matter whether you're a world champion or you've just begun. In Japanese, it's best to insert the word little just to make it sound like you're not really boastful. And the word little goes directly in front of dekimasu. So we're going to move it down here to the end of our sentence, and then we're going to simply bring the word for little. Sukoshi, skoshi, skoshi. It sounds a little bit like squashy, squashy, but it's actually sukoshi. And there we have 卓球が少しできます. And that's the polite way that you can say what you're able to do. Okay, let's go straight on to the negative of this pattern. We need to change できます into its negative form, and that is できません. Now you'll probably recognize that sen ending because you've met it before in the negative. So できません, I cannot do. Then instead of saying 少し, and initially we don't need skoshi at all, we'll just finish our sentence with できません. Okay, and finally, because it's a negative sentence, and scholars have been arguing exactly about the reason why, but very often in negative sentence, the Japanese prefer not to say that strong, stressy particle ga, but to use the more general particle wa. So this is how you would say you don't do something. 卓球はできません. I cannot do ping pong. Or in English we would say, I cannot play ping pong. You don't need to have that play. You can just say the thing that it is that you can do or not do. So 卓球はできません. And then finally, if you want to be really, really supernatural in the way you speak Japanese, then you can put a word in that we learnt when we were studying how to say likes and dislikes. And that's the word which translates into English as not much. And if you recall, it's あまり. So 卓球はあまりできません. I can't really do ping pong very much. 卓球はあまりできません. Now you've probably noticed in this video tutorial, just as you perhaps did when we were learning about likes and dislikes, that we haven't actually mentioned that it's ourselves we're talking about. And that's because it's obvious, isn't it? If you don't mention who it is that we're talking about, then it's got to be ourselves. But what about if we're talking about someone else who can do卓球or can't do卓球? Okay, then we can put in a topic and make it very clear that it's not ourselves that we're talking about. Now, of course, you can do that just as well with a negative sentence, but let's just make it a little simpler by taking our sentence back to the positive form. So instead of particle wa that we use in negative form of this sentence, we're going to put ga. We don't need amari, not much, and we don't need dekimasen, can't do. Instead, we're going to finish our sentence with dekimasu, can do. Now our topic, for argument's sake, is going to be our mother who can do ping pong. and we're going to have to put her at the beginning of the sentence. So let's just make way for mother by moving the rest of the sentence down. So there's 卓球ができます can do ping pong, but of course it's no longer going to be I can, because we're going to specify that we're talking about our own mother. So we're using the humble form 母. So 母は卓球ができます. And that topic would be the same whether your sentence were positive, as in this case, or even if your mother can't do ping pong, it would still be the topic 母は. And that's everything you need to know to make sentences about what you and other people can and can't do.